Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christopher West, and you are watching Uncommon Sense. I just got back from the Chicago protest, and I got back from the Aurora protest. Thank God I made it to that on time. And I'm here to tell you all about it, because that shit was wild. My spirit, my soul is vexed right now. It was so surreal, so, like, not even believable. It was crazy. So the Chicago protest was a bust. Not much was happening. It was more sporadic, small shit throughout the city just happening. People taking advantage and looting. Not necessarily looting, but breaking stuff. We walked past a lot of broken glass. A lot of stores, Michigan Avenue, are boarding up all their stores. Not even closed. I mean, they're closed because of the protest, but they're not even, like, damaged or closed because of what happened. But they're just boarding up the windows so nobody breaks them later. I really don't know how long this is going to go on. It's scary shit. Chicago is not scary, but the city's closed off. Most of the bridges are up, but you have to go. So the river, you have to like go as far as you can on either side of the river to find a bridge that's down that you can actually go around. Because some of the bridges are concrete and they don't raise. So there are some bridges that are not closed off, so you can get just about anywhere in the city. It's just gonna take you a lot longer. And there's police everywhere. There's police everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And there's a lot of young people out. No old folks are out. Let me tell you that. Especially the Aurora protest. Let me get down to that because the Aurora protest fucked me up. I'm still shooken up about it, to be honest with you, because we got there about 3 hours ago from now. Maybe no, not 3. Maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. We were there for about an hour and a half, and we first get there, and you can see the fire driving into downtown. You can see the fire, see the smoke, and you're just like, this isn't real. This is Gotham City. This is like not even. This isn't my hometown. You know what I mean? This is like absolutely insane. But you get there, we parked, and we walked up. There's just a line of police blocking off Broadway. Right on the same street where the casino is, right at the front gate of the casino. That street is just blocked off by police, and you can stand on it, but you can't get off of it from a certain side of the street. And it's just crazy to see the SWAT team because most people were there. Everybody there is young. There's nobody, no protester. I promise you, no protester was under or over the age 35. There was nobody middle-aged at all there. It was only young people, and it was just surreal. And most of the people were younger than that. Honestly, to tell you the truth, it was about maybe 25-year-olds to about maybe like 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds there. And when I first got there, so what happened was I'm walking on the street and a fight broke out. I literally pushed past everybody. There's a full-blown fight breaking out. People swinging, these two dudes beating the shit out of each other, and it went on. From what I heard, from by the time I got there, I heard it was going on for a good minute. And then somebody next to me, I got real close to the fight. I was the closest one to them fighting, actually. I was just watching in awe, like, with a disgusted look on my face. People were, like, shocked how close I was. And somebody rolled up next to me on the bike, and he was like, what they fighting for? And I was like, we're supposed to be here. I was like, somebody died. I'm like, y'all want to show out later. You want to kill each other, not here. I was like, you are not showing out here. This is not what we hear about you making us all look bad. And everybody just agreed, and they stopped fighting. And the nigga said, he's like, I told you it was on site. I told you it was on site when I saw your ass. And I said, you ain't here for on site, nigga. You here to protest somebody died. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And they stopped fighting. And after that, it was just crazy to see the police like that. They were suited up, full gear. I came in kind of suited up. I wasn't gonna wear the full outfit because I thought I was gonna get shot on sight. But like, I got my military pants on. These are real military pants. I have a top I didn't bring, but I got partially suited up. I had my steel-toe boots on, and I had my medic bag. But I was partially ready to go, and it was just absolutely insane to see that because it was just surreal because they were truly suited up, they were truly ready, and like, I walked up next to them. Nobody was next to them at all. Nobody was next to them whatsoever. But I walked right up to them, and then I stood there and I was talking to myself out loud. I was talking to, I guess my brother followed me also. He came up behind me, and I was talking to him about it. And I was like, man, this isn't real. I was investigating the site, the burn site. The burn site looked perfect. The car was sitting in the middle, the perfect middle of the parking lot. Not even in the parking spot, just in the perfect middle of the parking spot. Or parking lot, right in the middle. Not even indirectly in a spot, like I'm saying, you know what I mean? Literally in the middle, placed there. And it was on fire perfectly, and it was a police vehicle. And right in front, like, here's the police car off in the distance, and right in front in the corner in a park spot was one of those foldable cranes. And it looked as if the police had set this up, because I thought to myself, I'm like, who burnt the car? Who got away with it? You know what I mean? Is that person locked up? Is that person caught? I didn't see anything about a car. Like, who actually burnt the car? So I haven't done any detail in that, but just by seeing it with my very own eyes, it literally looked like a setup, like show. It looked like we were having a campfire and the police were just there. Like, that's how perfect it looked. So I don't know who set the police car on fire. Like I said, and I said out loud, like I was saying all this out loud. I was like, who sat this there? And I was literally like a foot away from the police. Because I'm looking at them in their souls. I'm looking at them in their eyes. Because this was so unnerving. And I was saying out loud, I was like, damn, Brandon, you see that stick? And mind you, like I said, I'm right next to the police. Literally a foot away from their face. And I'm like, look at that stick. He's going to beat me with that. He's willing to beat me with that. And I looked him in his soul. I looked him in his eye. I mean, he's willing to beat me with that. And he looked at me. He looked away. A lot of times they wouldn't look at me when I was talking to them. I was saying things that were blatant truths that were also horrible truths. And it was meant to let them know. It was meant to make them feel the truth and to realize they are not in alignment with what is right. I did not instigate them. I said blatant, belligerent truths. I said, when I saw that stick, he's going to beat me with it. I'm like, that's why it's here. He brought that stick to beat me if he had to. He brought that to beat me. That is terrifying. I was like, look at these guys. I was like, they're huge. They are ready to kill me if they needed to. I'm saying all that out loud right next to the police. I'm looking into their eyes, and I'm like, you guys are conscious beings. You make your own choices. You have karma. Karma is real. The universe is real. We are conscious. And I see them looking around. And I see them looking at me. Some of them are paying attention to me and very slightly nodding. They're sitting there and like it was almost like, and they were human. Because there were times where I was purposely talking to my brother, but out loud about the situation to get there, to let them hear truth, let them hear articulated, truths, articulated my grievances, and I was telling my brother, it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy to just see this. And meanwhile, there's people here. Honestly, the crowd is why we are failing. The crowd is why niggas are dying, because this crowd was horrible. It was just a bunch of young people instigating the police, telling them to fuck off, this and that. Most of them were in their best clothes. Most of them were dressed up, girls with hoops in their earrings, nails did. You know what I'm saying? They was here, like, they honestly looked like they were here to club. Here I am, serious, trying to get some shit done in my camo, and I'm trying to convey a message, and these people are here playing around. It was honestly a show for them. And what it showed me this protest was, what this protest showed me, it showed me that this is a allowance. This is an allowance of how much anger we're allowed to present to the world. This is an allowance because all they did, it's them going, okay, you burnt one car, they have the shield up. You burnt one car, you burn another one though. Okay, I'll let you sit here and watch this one. But you burn another car. That's what it was. That's what it felt like, and that's what it was. It was an allowance. It was what we were allowed to do. It was still, it was them breaking the rules this one time just because they know they overstepped their bounds, and they're gonna give us just enough to let us feel we got our voice heard. They're gonna give us enough, and it's only gonna get worse because this is not enough. It's only gonna get worse because it's not enough. And the worst part of this is nobody's together. Nobody's together. Not a single person. Somebody was instigating. They were fighting. We were fighting back. We were saying, stop fighting here. This is not about that. One young man, a tall, skinny white boy with long hair, he got maced in the face. I was right in front of the police. I was yelling at them. They were saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Everybody, I can't breathe. Before they were saying that, they were saying, fuck the police. You guys are murderers, blah, blah. And I was like, what are we here for? And then that's when somebody said, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So the whole crowd, we're literally face to face. I'm face to face. People are right behind me. I felt like goddamn Malcolm X. It was beautiful. But I was right in front of them, and they were screaming right behind me, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I sat there and I cupped my hands, and right in front of their faces I said, you are all conscious beings. You are all conscious beings. You make your own choices. You cannot delegate responsibility. We all have responsibility. You have a mind. You have a soul. The soul is real. This world is real. All this is real. You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. This is because of negative things that have happened in the past. This is not good. Don't be on the side of negative. Don't be on the on that negative side. Like, And I was saying all that while they're chanting, "I can't breathe." And that's when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a hand raised up. A police hand behind all the cops raised up with a motherfucking big-ass can of mace. It looked like a goddamn bottle of Barbasol shaving cream. That's how big that bitch was. Just a big-ass bottle of motherfucking Barbasol, but it was mace. And this nigga was like, he pushed the cop away. He's like, "You wanna get fucking maced? You wanna get fucking maced?" And I was like, oh my god. He didn't hear a thing I said. He's just hearing the chant behind me and thinking everybody's going wild because we're all up on the police. And he's like, "We're gonna get fucking sprayed." And this white boy was like, "What? What?" Literally, this white boy was like, "What?" And then he literally was like, psst, he sprayed him in the face, and he was like, "Ah!" He screamed. It literally was like the most gut-wrenching scream I've ever heard. I felt so bad for him. He screamed, and I had my Bennett bag on me because I knew some shit was gonna pop off. So I grabbed him. I said, "Come here, come here." And he's like, "Oh," he was coming with me, and then he pulled away. He's like, "You fucking dicks!" And then I grabbed him again. I was like, "Get over here." I pulled him over, and I sat him down, and I was pulling out my Bennett bag, and then somebody brought over a jug of milk. And he's like, "Here, take this." And I poured over his face, and he was like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "Bro, this is what we're here for, to be together." People crowded around me, and I was holding this man. I was pouring milk over his face. He was snot coming out of his face, milk dripping down. I was just trying to make this man feel better, and he just felt awful. It was so terrible to see. And then people crowded around me, about 15. There was probably about maybe like 100 people there, 150 people there, and about 15, 17 people crowded around me, not including my brother and his girlfriend. And I was like, "We need to be on the same page. Stop instigating the police. You come here in flip-flops, you come here in shorts, you come here in t-shirts, and you're not ready. You don't instigate a fight you know you're going to lose. If you want to be an instigator, at least be ready to defend yourself. And second of all, that's not what we're here for. Teach these people, teach yourself. We need to be on the same side. We need to be speaking truth into them, not instigating them, not saying fuck the police." What does that do? What does that do? When you get into an argument with your significant other, do you just go, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you"? No, you bring out points. "Well, you hurt me, Thomas. You made me feel like..." You tell them what happened. Don't just instigate the police. Communicate, inform, and communicate each other. So now I'm taking upon myself to make a protesting organization. I am now protesting. I'm starting protest. I need you people with me, please, 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 because this was gut-wrenching to see that man mace. And I ran back over there after I helped him. After I handed them the bottle, I went over there straight back to the police, and I was talking to them. And then all of a sudden, somebody threw tear gas at me. Somebody threw tear gas at me. It hit my foot and exploded. The tear gas fucking exploded on my foot, and it was just absolutely insane. But then, I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. But then, after the tear gas exploded, I just, I ran back a little bit. Everybody ran back. I ran back a little bit. Somebody picked it up and threw it, and then they started shooting. They started shooting fucking like the fake bullets at people. And then my brother, I sat there and I watched as everybody ran away, and I sat as the police were coming forward with their shields. And my brother grabbed my shoulder and flew me back. He said, "Chris, we gotta go." His girlfriend was crying. He said, "Chris, we gotta go. It's getting too..." And we just left, and I was so upset that we left because it was not over, and I needed to be there. I needed to be there. I needed to be the voice of reason. I needed to be there. I stayed calm. This is what I'm built for. This is what God made me for. I needed to be there. And I cried because I just knew how much injustice is happening. I knew how much was going on, and I was able to just inspire people. I can see the spark when I speak the truth. When I say this, I see the spark in them, and it's true, and it's right because it is fucking true. And I can unbiasedly speak to the police, see them in their eyes, and I saw them see me as a person, and I knew they saw me. I knew they knew I saw them as a person, and it was just a lot. Honestly, I cried on the way here, and it was just a lot, man, and it was absolutely crazy. I wish I got footage. I left my phone in the car, but bruh, this is not okay.